guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about how I got rid of my styes, and I'll be including like the whole journey, pictures, remedies, and also like a little insight on what I tried and what worked and what didn't work. So yeah, let's get into the video. So to start off, my whole journey of getting styes and stuff took literally like 2 years to go away, and like it barely got away like literally like last month. So it really began with me getting one stye, and it turned from one to like getting like 6 different styes on both of my eyes. I don't know how it did get from one eye to the other, even though it's not contagious, but it just did. And I ended up finding out like warm compresses would help, or putting vinegar in your eye, which I don't know why I did that, but I did do vinegar. And I also tried using a metal spoon because I saw that on the internet, and it said rub a stainless steel like spoon on your eye, or also like a gold ring. It didn't work at all, so I literally just tried it a couple times. But yeah, probably don't do that one. After having it for so long, I went to so many doctors. I first went to my regular doctor, and from them, they literally didn't know what it was, and I was kind of in shock because they're doctors, but they ended up searching it up and they found out it was a stye. So they recommended me like this little ointment, and that ointment did work for like 1 or 2 styes that I had back then. After like a couple days it came back, so I found it kind of pointless, so I didn't use it anymore. So I went back to the same doctor, and they recommended me to go to an ophthalmologist. The ophthalmologist was basically a specialist that's like in the eye area, so they ended up giving me like an ointment which was different from the one that I got from the doctor. That one did work, but it worked for only a couple styes, like 1 or 2 styes. I got it again after like 2 weeks. Literally worked, but then it came back. I didn't like that idea, so I ended up going back to that one. So they ended up putting a shot in my eye, and the shot was so big. It was like this big, but only like a tiny bit went into your eye, but I didn't know that. So when I went in, I was not scared at all. But it was like a tiny pinch, and when I opened my eye, I just see the needle this big, and I literally was so scared. I was like, there's no way that's going into my eye. I ended up walking to the parking lot, and I fainted in the parking lot because of how scary that was. Like, I just kept thinking about it and like what had just happened in my eye. So I literally grabbed onto the handle of the car and I fainted. So that was a really scary experience for me, because that was basically like the first time I fainted ever in my life. Really scary. And so after that, that stye completely was gone and never came back. Like, it was literally like the best thing ever, and I think it was on 2 different styes, so in different areas of my eyes, so like never came back. So I was so happy. I wanted more, but then at the same time I'm like, I don't want to go through that again, so I got kind of like scared. So I tried more of like the ointments they gave me, and they did give me another ointment after getting the steroid shot. That one, it did work, and I tried it until like literally ran out, and I got a refill, but then it didn't work anymore. It only worked for like a small period of time, and then it stopped. I came across also using the warm compresses that they recommended me to use too, so I tried that and it worked, but then it didn't. It made it irritating for me in a way. Like, my eye got more irritated than what it was not using it. It just kind of depends what you use, but I feel like the compresses only work for certain styes. Only like the styes that have been there for longer, I feel like you might have a chance of getting them off with this. Just literally a small towel and putting it under hot water, that would work, but it just really depends on the stye. So after going to like the specialist, the ophthalmologist, I went for like 8 or 9 times. It was a lot of times that I went. They came across the idea of me getting surgery instead to get completely rid of my styes. I thought about it, but it was just too scary for me, so I like completely crossed that off. I was like, I'm not getting a surgery. I got my second steroid shot. So after getting my second shot, it was way better. I did not faint this time, and it was like a little small pinch, and it went away like always. But I tried more at-home remedies, and I tried a different thing that they prescribed me. So let's get into all the remedies and what I used to get rid of it. So to start off, I think the first thing you should do is definitely try Avenova. This is a little spray solution. It is for everyday use. It's basically like gentle in a way, and it has hypochlorous acid. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. It helped me a lot. All you have to do is spray it once in the morning and then one at night every day for like 2 weeks. It literally helped. It got rid of my styes, and it felt so nice in my eye because it was just so gentle and refreshing. I did try an acid spray. That didn't didn't work, but this one was a different one from the other one that I had, and I feel like this one worked the best, and it's called Avenova. So I don't know if you can get it over the counter, but if not, try to get it recommended by your doctor. I feel like it worked. So yeah, try to see what works best for you depending on what your doctor says, but I tried this and it worked really well. Now number 2 I tried was hot compresses, and you're probably like, did you just not recommend hot compresses? Well, I think it just depends on the stye. It worked for older styes. If you have any older styes that are like over like a week old, it's gonna work. If you have a stye that's like literally 1 day old, like if you just got it in the morning, don't probably use hot compresses because it's gonna irritate it more. At least that's basically what it did to all my styes, but I would say give it a shot, and if it doesn't work after using it like 3 times a day, running it under hot water and putting it on your eye for 15 minutes. If it doesn't work after using it like for a week or 2, try something else. It's probably not gonna work anymore. So do this before you go to the doctor because it's obviously more natural and at home based. So that's basically number 2. And I would say number 3 would be the steroid shot. That is what basically worked for me the best, like the best out of the best. It was so scary at first having a needle this big, but honestly it's not that much. It's only like this much, basically going into your eyelid. So try that. It's gonna get rid of your stye and it's gonna like minimize it to like a tiny size. From there it's like easy. Just use hot compresses after your stye is like tiny from the steroid and it's gonna go away. I tried it twice and it's always been successful, so try the steroid shot. Remedy number 4, like a little tip, is that if you do use the hot compress, put your finger on your stye and rub it downwards. That's basically gonna help the stye open up and release the oil that's basically stuck and keeping the stye from going away. It is gonna help a lot. I tried that for all my styes and it did help for the ones that had like the white circle like already appearing, so it's gonna make the process in a way faster. So yeah, that's pretty much all for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, and I hope this also helps all the people that are going through the same problem. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!